Yeah. It's a learning process, and that's what we want to deliver to our kids.
Yeah. Well, so first, what do you guys kind of see similar characteristics in all like kind of driven kids that come through your gym? Kind of talk about what you see as far as good habits. Maybe it's coming 10 minutes early or 20. Kind of. I know you guys train a lot of kids.
Right. Yeah.
Talk about that.
It starts with an assessment. We give every single kid an assessment, and at younger ages, the parents come.
Yeah.
When they're 17, 18, sometimes they come on their own.
Yeah.
In that assessment, we set up 3 short-term goals at the end. And when I say, hey, 3 short-term goals, 3 long-term goals, and you ask them, right there and then, you can kind of tell, like, hey, if you don't have an idea of where you want to get to, or you don't know why you're here, and you can't set goals, well then, right there you can start to see it. But the kids that walk in the door every single day with the same attitude, they don't skip anything in their warm-ups. They don't look like they're going through the motions. They're actually thinking and connecting what they're doing when they're in there with why it's important. You can just see that. And then, we are not only just strength and conditioning coaches, like you said, like we're mentors. We want to be friends. We want to help people in every facet of life, and give kids perspectives because, at that age, you don't have a lot of perspective. So when you get a kid that's texting you 3, 4, 5 times a week, right? So it's not even like the movement in there. It's not like watching someone move. Oh my God, that's fast. He really wants it. No, it's why is he doing it? Does he consistently show up? Does he ask questions?
Yeah.
Those are the kids that you can really tell really want it.
I always like to and when I'm completing those assessments is like, off of what I just said too, is a lot of it's attention to detail. So like, I could have you squat, right? But if I tell you to the negative of it to be 4 seconds and hold for 4 seconds at the bottom, are you actually doing it, or are you doing 2 and 2? There's a big difference, and there's reasons behind what we program the kids at. Attention to detail, every single rep, the tempo, and then the effort too, like training with intent. I can tell you to jump as high as possible right now, and you can clearly tell the kid that's actually trying to jump as high as possible versus not. So like the training of intent too. If I'm telling you to squeeze your glutes at the top, I like hit your glutes with my hand, and I can feel it being tight. Now you're focusing, right? You're actually taking your mind and using it towards your training. That goes a long way. And normally those kids that do, they ask a ton of questions. They want to know why. Hey, I'm a basketball player, why am I doing this versus this? I'm a hockey player, why am I doing this versus this? And those are the minor tweaks that you see in our program. Everyone's going to lunge, everyone's going to squat, everyone's going to hinge and do those things, but the people that ask why they're doing it this way versus that way and deliver it with intent, those are the people that you can clearly tell are the ones that are serious about what we're doing.
And I think that's kind of what you guys do a really good job of, is explaining it. You don't just show the movement. You guys, based on all your studies, you know exactly what you're talking about. You explain the muscle. It's just
right.
If you know, cause
you got to dig deep. You have to be able to explain. If someone doesn't understand, like there's studies out there that say if you don't believe in a program, it won't work, right? You could write the best workout program in the world for someone, but if they don't believe in it, and if they don't have a full understanding, why they're doing it, it won't work, right? Versus someone that trusts you, right? And fully understands what we're trying to get out of every single movement that you come through the door for. That's where it's at.
What I like about that too is when you talk to an athlete like that, and then the grand scheme of things, then all of a sudden you're talking to a team, and you get a lot of kids to buy in. We're not only delivering a good program for that one kid, but now you got a whole group of kids that have one goal. They're delivering with intent. They understand why. And that's when you see like the high-end athletes talking about like, we're really cohesive. It's one goal. They understand why they're doing it, and they're doing it with intent. It's the same thing in there. It's the same thing in there.
So you guys, you said that you work with, large groups, kind of, state some of those organizations or teams that you guys, have partnerships or work with.
Yeah, it's been a lot. GRB Baseball Academy, Verona High School Hockey, Verona Youth Hockey, Verona Girls Lacrosse, Verona Boys Lacrosse, the Janesville Jets in the North American Hockey League.
I was thinking of some of our camps. We do, in the summer, we do a lot of camps, a lot of hockey camps. We do female, like I think it's more high school age group, our hockey group out at Wanakee at the ice pond. We do a huge youth hockey camp in Sun Prairie. It's Mad City Devils hockey camp. Paul lead hockey in Verona.
Camp with Coach Beiser. At Sun Prairie boys soccer. We got the whole entire group to come in here.
Yeah, varsity and JV.
Yeah,
Polar Caps.
West Madison Polar Caps, entire youth hockey organization. So hundreds, if not even close to 1,000 kids around that we get in front of. And it's not for everybody, to be an individual, but that's why we do the team things, so that we can get in front of as many kids as we want. And maybe one thing that we do in front of a team clicks with 1 or 2 kids, right? And they're like, oh wow, that makes sense.
And
that's why
helping
we
the
get
culture too.
Yeah.
Building a competitive culture and bonding, when it comes to like competitions at the end of workout, stuff like that, that goes a long way.
Yeah. So I know you consistently work with the Jets, right? And then who are some other teams that you're consistently work with? Because I'm thinking like you're essentially their, off the field or ice coach.
Yeah.
So you kind of get that, that one-on-one when you're training kids in the gym, and then you guys, I know you go out and you're kind of, you're the leaders of that group of your team.
Yeah, we got the Jets. That's huge. We do the full year. That's like 8 months from start to finish.
That's been the last 3 years.
The GRB Baseball Academy is, ages 9 through 17. There's multiple teams at each level. We've been doing that since we started. That's for 5 months of their off season. Verona hockey, I've been doing for I think 5 years now. And then slowly starting to get recognized by other places, and reached out to to help them. And
Verona lacrosse women, the girls and boys, has been recent over the last 2-3 years. So developing a really good relationship with them, and feel like we'll be part of their program moving forward for years to come. But yeah, Verona hockey, lacrosse, both boys and girls, the Jets, and then GRB have been like, we're their strength and conditioning staff essentially for the last 3, 4, 5 years.
What are kind of some things, kind of talk about marketing yourselves here in your brand, like as you guys have obviously done this longer, you've learned more stuff. What are some tactics, I guess, obviously to promote yourselves and the brand, kind of on social media, or what's some stuff you've just learned, that works to get your name out there?
The biggest thing for us starting was we didn't really know our exact business model when we showed up, right? We knew we worked with teams. We knew we wanted to get individuals in here. Our format and our layout for that and signing up has kind of changed. But the biggest thing is organization. We've had a mentor in Greg show us that organization and having set meetings every single week and having a set day to show up and communicate as a group, knock out the tasks for the day, and make sure that you are ready to go full speed when 3 or 4 o'clock shows up and you got 20 to 30 kids coming in the door. That has been the biggest piece in, I think, our success is structure and organization. Social media, that's obviously huge. None of our 4 coaches went to school for social media, so that's been a little bit of a challenge. We do have a guy that does some stuff for us on our website, and we pick his brain for that. But honestly, recently with all that's going on, we've been able to focus more on that side of things
and realize you can kind of do it on your own.
And realize like, hey, we show up every single day, and the first thing that we do is we write down what we want to do for the day for our post. We film it, and then we put it out there. And it's not that much effort. It's not that hard. You just got to do it. So it's slowly starting to add little pieces, and it's just like what we say to the kids: it's small little adjustments, small little victories.
I've heard you say that so many times.
I think
it's going to lead. So
marketing wise, overall, having a good website, like you said, we have someone that helps us with that. So having an organized website on what's our most important aspect to our training? Can we show that on our website as many times as possible? you know what I mean, get people to see what we do and what's important. And then like social media wise, how Paul said, having a structure day to day. When we come in, it's okay, what are we going to have on Instagram today? What are we going to have on Facebook? What are we going to have on Twitter? And then in between time, you know, athlete success, stuff like that. We're just putting it out there. But normally, you know, day to day, we're trying to get a video out, whether it's a corrective exercise, whether it's a full workout of the day. We're trying to get something out every day just for people to scroll through it. You know, if they continuously see us, they get to see, oh, hey, and then they start clicking, oh, they're working with this person, oh, that workout's hard, oh, that exercise.
Not to mention the people that are relying on you and they're doing it.
Exactly, exactly. And so social media is a big thing, but one thing that I don't think we do enough of, which is interesting, is getting our faces in front of the camera. A lot of the, like what we're doing right now, you're getting your faces, you're talking, you're engaging. A lot of people, I would say, a lot of people that come to us is because they've seen us train through a team session. They like us, we're personable. You know, we joke around. It's not just like, hey, we're here to work, we're not even gonna have fun today.
That's a good balance.
And so I think getting us out in front of the camera, talking or coaching, you know, seeing us in action, because half the time it's us working with someone. We get our phone out because they're doing really, really well. They can hear our voice, but they don't see us. They don't know how we're engaging. You know, they don't see us coaching beforehand, how we just manipulated them for that whole rep and help them out, and then we get the phone out because they're doing it right, and we're super happy about it. But I think one thing social media wise that would help more, and I think would be a big thing, is when you're branding, is getting people actually getting their faces on things too.
One of the best people that we've had into the gym, he ran a seminar here, Dr. Jacob Harden. He's one of the best physical therapists and chiropractors in the nation. He came down here. I just hit him up on Instagram. He was like, where should I run a seminar?
You DM'd him?
I DM'd him. He's like, where should I run a seminar? And I just said, Windsor, Wisconsin.
Oh, like he posted it.
He asked the question to everybody. He ended up going worldwide. He was international. And that year, Windsor, Wisconsin was one of them. And so when he came in, we didn't have a lot of people sign up for it in the Midwest. He was like, you know, Windsor, I'd like to be in Chicago, you know, closer to there. But he ended up coming in and there wasn't a lot of people, so I really got to pick his brain. And I took him out to lunch. And at lunch, I was like, what do you think we need to do, right, to get ourselves on the map? And he goes, just by being in your gym and talking to you guys, he's like, if you guys have someone follow you around with a camera for 1 month and put it on there, he's like, watch what happens. And we've never done that. We've talked about it. You know, it's just we're moving fast, and that's the way that we live, and that's the way that it is. So,
but I think kind of you guys, I think that's not something, you know, that may be a good thing that he suggested that, because you guys don't really worry about that, you know?
It's
kind of
you know what I mean? Too, like you can, and
you're focused. You don't really care, to be honest.
No.
But now, as times are evolving, obviously you guys, you know, you're changing with the times.
Absolutely.
But I was just gonna say that, you know, maybe it was a compliment, honestly.
Absolutely.
Any more thoughts on that?
No, that's it.
So now I kind of want to talk about the future for you guys. What do you guys, you know, I'm gonna say 10 years, where do you guys see yourselves?
I
know that's a hard question.
It's a good one.
You know, there's thoughts out there already, and there's people that are talking to us about their big ideas, and really I don't believe anything until I see it happen, right? Like we started with a full year of meetings, right, before this even happened. I don't really believe anything until it happens, and you know, we're doing a really good job. Obviously our Verona side of town could be a little bit bigger facility.